team member, because equality is quality. One of the biggest problem which we face in the organization is where we feel that if I fail, what will happen? If I start on an endeavor, I start doing something, take up some job. If I fail, what will happen? And on this top of it, I have a leader who is going to blast me left, right and right. Well, you have had it. So I think today when we say policy paralysis in the government, policy paralysis in bureaucracy, one of the reasons is that that fear of failure has become so immense that we say might as well do nothing, at least I will not fail. So neither in this and in that not, harm for him is there not. If the doer of good, now you see, my dear Arjuna, fails not he. A responsible leader reassures the team members that when he is overcome by doubt about the possibility of failure halfway, a responsible leader assures that when the goals and means are correct and works are undertaken for the benefit of the team and society, there is no possibility of any harm in case of failure. In fact, modern management says that you should accept your failure with much more happiness than even success sometimes. When Edison finally, after 99 failures, for the 100th time he invented the light bulb, what he said was that at least I know now that what are the 99 ways not to make a bulb. So therefore you must celebrate your failures, because the faster you fail and recognize that I have failed, you will succeed much faster. If you linger on with your failures, keep mourning your failures, keep kind of feeling sad about your failures, you will delay your successes, and that is the assurance which leader has to give to the team. That okay, even if, as rightly said, the responsible leader assured that success is not one-shot process, and success is the result of continuous improvement after each failure. A responsible leader ensures that process is of great importance rather than the consequences, because he knows that a good process wins beautifully in the long run. It is better to fail in working for a good cause rather than succeed in working for a wrong cause. So therefore it is important that you create that kind of situation in the organization where your team feels assured that, well, I have put in my best, I did whatever best could be done, I planned accordingly, I have failed, okay, here is my leader who is going to support me. When we actually were talking about President Abdul Kalam who came to LMA, I remember he said this thing that when the first missile was test fired, and he said I was in charge, so therefore it failed miserably. I was so sad. But Satish Dhawan, who was my boss, he said that, well, what has happened? And in the press conference, he owned the entire responsibility, absolved me of all the responsibility of failure. And I felt he is so good. And then when next time he fired the missile, it did well. He says, Satish Dhawan was in the background. He put me in the front saying that, okay, you claim success today. This is the way the organization succeeds. I think it's very true if Dr. Abdul Kalam was discouraged at time, maybe we would have test fired any missile subsequently, I don't know. Most of the people at different levels would have a limited vision. They see their own department, they see their own work. If a machinist is working on a machine, he knows, even if he knows, he doesn't know even the entire workshop. He's a lathe man, he's a milling man. So therefore, but a leader has a much wider vision. Nature under supervision of me produces moving, non-moving sea. Because of the fact, this very one world resolved, then Arjuna Kuntita. A overall view and supervision of leader generates alertness, awareness, and consciousness in all team members. A responsible leader sees, observes, looks, perceives, conceives, and cites all the possibilities, probabilities and optimalities of different situations. A responsible leader integrates what has happened, what is happening, what is likely to happen, and visualizes what is best that must happen. Then he takes along the team with him. A responsible leader ensures the team adjusts, accommodates, adopts, and achieves in new situations. Supervision is supervision. It is much wider vision. So a responsible leader must have an overall view what we say. And that is why he is the leader. Now, if I limit my vision to very, very limited issues, only the internal setup, only the, let's say, one facet of the entire problem, that would not work. Because as a responsible leader, I must have the much overall vision and make team part of that vision. It's not that I have overall vision but keeping people isolated. So therefore, it is ensuring the team also adjusts to the overall maybe some people take it very spirituality that the Lord says that if you are devoted to me, I will take care of you. The essence is the same. But the first part is important, that the welfare of the organization, welfare of the team member is the prime responsibility of the responsible leader. A responsible leader recognizes the team members who are devoted, single-minded, and whose thinking is aligned to overall objectives. A responsible leader takes full responsibility of their members, for team members, for their well-being, health and wealth, progress, development, growth and achievement. This is what empathy is all about. If I have seen organizations working in a way that they say, okay, we have a contractual obligation with my employee. He works, I pay salary, and that's the end of it. What can I do beyond that? If we were talking about when we were at Brijmonji, in fact, the President was referring to a telephone call he had from Brijmonji. It is said about him that when he was all hands-on in his responsibility during cycles, that he was absolute participant in sorrows and joys of each of his employees. He was one person who would find that, okay, the lowest rung employee having some family function invites Brijmonji, he would be there. I like to share my personal experience also. In fact, my elder daughter Namita got married about 11-12 years ago, and very frankly I didn't invite Brijmonji. I thought that he is too senior a person, I dare not invite him. I invited Sunil, who was more my age kind. So I invited Sunil, and we had marriage in South End Gardens. So I was standing, me and my wife, we were standing just receiving our guests. And in came Brijmonji, Om Prakashji and Sunil. Kind of absolutely taken aback. So, and do you know what Brijmonji said? निकले थे विआह होर भी सीगे सुनील ने मैनू कहा कि अनिल ने कुड़ी का विआह प्रॉपर्टी को अनिल की कुड़ी का विआह और मैं कह रहा अनिल साडा भुलिया होया अनिल साडा अपना ही बंदा चलो असीं चलदे नाल ही. So look at that greatness. What I am saying in this context is that once a team feels that here is a leader who will take care of me, my welfare, you can't even imagine that what kind of response that team gives to that leader at every beck and call of that leader, that team would be, and where does that organization ultimately? This mutual support and effectiveness, interdependence is the hallmark of responsible leadership and the responsible. provide for people's welfare is another responsibility. A leaf, flower, fruit or water, maybe with devotion whosoever offers to me, the devotee's effortful offerings to me, I accept with love. Now you see. See, God, as Lord Krishna says that I am happy with a leaf, I am happy with a flower, I am happy with a fruit or whatever is the thought behind that offering which matters to me. The feeling behind that offering offered to me. The responsible leader is not concerned about the quantity of the drugs given by the participant. For him, the quality of devotion to one is much more important. A responsible leader considers that devotion and skill are two requirements for any work to be completed successfully, and skill without devotion is like selling one's ability for a price. As I talked about the contractual obligation, 9 to 5 job. 9 to 5 job. That okay, I have been paid for 9 to 5 time, 9 to 5 I have worked, and I walk out, and that's the end of it. So if work without devotion, I'll take a minute that I have been saying earlier also that there are 4 gifts given to mankind when let's say, if you believe in Darwin's theory of evolution, when ape was walking on 4 feet, so to say, when he started walking erect, 4 things happened to man, who became man. One was that 2 feet were converted into hands. Number 2, because he was to stand erect, the heels became very strong. Number 3, because he was to be vertically balanced, the head became larger. And because the blood was to be circulated in the vertical plane rather than the horizontal plane, the heart became stronger. So 4 H's came to that you may call the monkey when he became the man. That hands came to him, the strong heels came to him, a strong head came to him, and a very strong heart came to him. With hands I perform my contractual obligations. With my heel I perform a little more, put pressure on my heel, go higher and higher. With my head I start thinking process of working and performing better than what can I do. I put a thinking process. But once I put my heart into this, it's only then that effortful offering, the devotion part comes in. No success can, mind you, whatever you may say, you will not succeed in your life unless you put in your heart into what you are doing. I am reminding when I joined Rotary way back in 1983, the first slogan which the international governor gives was that believe in what you do and do what you believe in. Unless you put your heart in what you are doing, you will never succeed. So a responsible leader accepts these results of work done with total love and thankfulness. This is what very, very famous shloka from Gita where they say that Lord Krishna showed his Virat roop to Arjuna, that he could see the Lord in his entire utter greatness, utter splendor. He passes sea forms of me, hundreds and thousands sea, different ones, multi-shaped, colored ones. A responsible leader inspires the team members through thousands of visions. This is what is lending vision to the organization. The multi-visionary approach which lends vision to the organization. A leader has to be visionary. He is something different than the organization, because the vision to an organization comes through the leader. Through thousand visions, not only has visions of totality, but he also helps his colleagues to develop and see them. A vision is beyond normal senses, and super sense is essential to visualize. A responsible leader does not limit the discussion, interactions, development of alternatives and discussions thus through logical approach, but to continuously encourage his team members to think creatively, differently, non-logically.